Hello, everyone, and welcome to Procedure Counters, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign brought to you by When Souls Gaming. I'm your Dungeon Master, Michael, and we have an exciting session in store for you tonight. But before we can do all that, we have a few announcements to get through. First and foremost, hi.
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 Sorry, what is this called again? I didn't think I quite made it out there.
Prestige Encounters.
Prestige Encounters.
No more coffee.
So everyone, yeah, first and foremost, a lot of the music we hear tonight is brought to you by Midnight Syndicate. Midnight Syndicate is a music production group that creates goth, horror, and fantasy RPG music that you can use at your tables at home. For more information, go to midnightsyndicate.com or use the command !midnight in our Twitch chat for a direct and clickable link.
As they make theme park music, it's super cool.
Are we just begging for a TPK today? Like,
oh yeah,
no, it's a fun fact. Midnight Syndicate's got a lot of really cool things.
If you know what's coming, might as well lean into it, right?
Yeah, right.
You guys are about as serious as March to Gladiators, so there's that.
That's only because it's always played in the wrong key.
Yeah, what is it supposed to sound like?
In a minor key. It's so much more threatening in a minor key.
Mm-hmm.
You find their music on Spotify, watch your music video on YouTube, or even ask your Amazon Alexa device to play Midnight Syndicate right now.
Only crits?
We do have a sponsorship with Only Crits. Do you like dice? Do you like D&D related items and accessories? Only Crits.
Why would I like that?
Use the command exclamation point Only Crits in our chat for a link. And if you use the command Prestige at checkout, you get a discount on your dice. We're talking resin dice, metal dice, hollow dice, gemstone dice, so many dice. Gemstone dice. So many dice.
Let me turn off TikTok.
So yes,
There's a little bit of an echo.
we have artwork. All the artwork here has been made by Jeremiah. Jeremiah is our resident artist. You can commission his works by joining our Discord, !Discord, or lichsouls.com/Discord, and messaging him. He is Slimy Rice. That is his Discord username. It's a great time. And yeah, how about we play some D&D? We have a full cast tonight.
Yeah, we got
first time in like 3 weeks.
In a minute.
We broke a lot of bones.
Energy. So let's get this fun intro going and get really sad and depressing and emotional as we play Prestige Encounters. That's what's
It's always a good time. I'm never sad.
Everybody, grab your drinks, grab your snacks, as we welcome you to our table where we're beginning tonight's session of Prestige Encounters. And here to tell us what happened last week in his very own words is none other than Cram Gaku.
This lab, it's a strange place. It seems overrun and old, but its power, I've never seen anything else like it in this world. I wish we had more time to inspect these mechanisms, learn how they truly work, but 2 months, that's all we have until we die, but permanently this time. The timing could not have been worse. I feel like I've just made so much progress on finding myself, but this is a problem we need to fix first. Where do we even start? I'm not sure. Maybe going over what I do know will help. So Xeraxians had an empire over 1,000 years ago. I mean, we were organic life like everyone else, but something happened and we couldn't reproduce anymore. So we switched our bodies to these metal and wood constructs. We found a monolith, thinking it would ward off the undead. We tampered and experimented with it, but we were fools. It seems to be something much worse. It feeds off the life force of those who have been revived by transferring their souls somewhere we don't even know, and by transferring our souls into these bodies, we had artificially revived ourselves, so we caused our own destruction. And now we have reactivated one of these monoliths, and this is terrible. Well, that is what we know, but what do we need to find out? I mean, where do the souls go after they're taken, and how did I come back if my soul was already taken? I mean, I wish I had the answers, but I fear they will be hard to get get hold of. This all feels kind of like the end. I think my life was just about to re-begin, and now I'm losing it all. I'm scared, no, terrified. This is not fair. I do not want to die again. I would pray to the gods, but Kazma, he stopped the gods interfering with the world, so we'll have to fix this ourselves. Yeah, fix this ourselves. We have overcome so much. I'm sure this is not the end of our story.
Thank you so much, Graham. So, where last left off, the party had received a number of rewards from the vault within this lab. They were all teleported outside, and you found yourselves outside the entrance to these ruins back in the forest outside, and it is now nighttime. The sound of crickets and nocturnal animals fill the air around you, as the only light that is currently emanating from where you are is the light spell from Emmeline. What would you all like to do?
Nighttime.
I believe, if possible, we should make a little bit of headway in a direction of our choosing and try to find a good place to maybe get some rest if we need it.
Do we think that this place is unsafe? I mean, Talia, could you assess the viability of making some kind of shelter here?
I can do. However, I do agree with Emmeline. I feel like after everything that's happened, getting a bit further away at least, we're making time to get closer to stopping what's happening to us.
And I'm less worried about the safety of this area, more worried about our new time limit.
I mean, I suppose we should head back the way we came from. Retrieve the cart, the horses, and this.
That would be wise.
We will have to head back to Rebellon to move towards the wastes if we are seeking this primary obelisk or whatever we call it. Bitty, are you used to traveling over grass and soil?
I have not traveled in over 1,000 years. I do not know if my wheel tread is made for all terrain.
Well, I mean, if all else fails, we can put you in the bag of holding.
You carry him.
I think he's heavy. He's all metal, huh?
My records say that you should not make comments about someone's weight. It is considered societal rudeness.
You are very correct.
I mean, if he is heavy, I'm sure Renatus can carry him.
Good, that's decided then. But Betty, let's test out your treads, and we know the path back, I would hope.
There is a small flash of light, and across the courtyard of which you are currently all standing, four figures have appeared. The one in the front is a man with this all white hair with these dark brown eyes. He wears robes of white and black with the symbol of a black circle with a white halo on the shawl of this. He has a mace clipped to his belt, not drawn. The other is a woman wearing purple and gold robes with a pointed hat. Her lipstick matches the color of her robes with dark eyeshadow on her eyes, very pointed cheekbones, and a serious focus on her eyes. The third is a man that holds a lyre in his hand. He has a leather armor with a very flamboyantly colored like frock around his neck, very tight pants to go with his tunic that is tucked in. He has blonde hair and bright blue eyes, and just enough chest hair appears from beneath his tunic that is, the strings are very loose to where it shows more chest than many people would be able to reveal. And it comes down to a V as well. And finally is a dwarf. The dwarf has starched black hair and black beard. He appears young, a stone face across his visage with heavy armor and a great hammer in his hands. The one in the white and black robe speaks first. Yes. This is it. This is where I felt the energy come from just a moment ago. I can tell that this is where we've been looking.
You felt our natural charisma from that far away?
And for the first time, like, he was looking up at the trees and around the area, and he finally rests his eyes down on the party sitting at the entrance of the ruins. And it appears that we're not the only ones here. Hello, I am Lyricus, Father Lyricus. It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Tell me, why are you here?
Ah, well, we were seeking adventure and profit and, you know, all those things that adventurers seek when they go out into the wild with mysterious ancient ruins, you know?
So you're adventurers?
Yes.
Yes,
Right.
that would be the definition.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes, that would be probably the most fitting term for this group of idiots. Except for how
I
she's
believe
wonderful. She points at
We're
everyone.
best addressed as the Veiled Vanguard.
I see. We are also a traveling group. Here he points to the one with the pointed hat. This is Nulsira. The human man with the lyre, Elias, and the dwarf, Berkol. And
Sorry, what was the
as
third name? I missed the unimpressive looking. What's that? Is that a liar? I mean, that's so pedestrian.
My name is Elias. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Elias. And they say, have you considered upgrading? And she pulls out her beautiful guitar, which is still okay because it wasn't in the bag of holding. You know, this is a newer invention. It has a little bit more string, and she kind of strums the strings a bit. Beautiful, isn't it?
I am sure a night with you would be quite an upgrade.
Damn.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he puts his
Please
umbrella in
roll
front of
a,
him.
charisma check there.
I need to roll a charisma
He
check.
does. He rolled a 25.
Okay. And you want me to roll to that as well? Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. How'd I do? 25. Natural 20.
All right. Rollies.
Rollies. All right.
I got an 8.
Oh, I'm rolling into the chat, man. I got an 11.
You're not impressed by his advance. It kind of worked a little bit, but you're like,
Yeah.
almost. Anyway, tell me, did you sense a strange burst of arcane energy from here a few moments ago? Surely you all did not have something to do with that.
Well,
Well, I mean, technically, the ancient obelisk inside of the ruins was what did it. Less so than, you know. But, you know.
We were here for it. Yes.
Yes, we witnessed it. I feel like you're being suspiciously quiet right now.
I'm sorry, most people are quiet when the other one is giving information. It is
sorry.
a polite thing to do.
Yeah, so there was some kind of ancient ruins inside a series of smaller obelisks, which, when activated, powered up a larger one that connected to a network of other larger magical complexes across the continent, I believe was the definition.
If I may approach, I have sketches.
Yes, here's our
What we
academic.
saw.
She's this Emmeline. She's the upcoming going to be the most powerful archmage in the history of this world.
And this is Valerie, our
Hello.
delightful beacon of light.
And the
So
rest.
gesture to the rest of the group.
Keep in mind, this isn't new from Valerie. It was always Diablo and the rest.
And the rest.
You know, I think the best way to go about saying it is we've been through here. It's a dud. It's pretty much a dust factory. There's nothing to see back here anymore.
Roll a deception check.
Meanwhile, Biddy's just standing right there.
All right.
Biddy's kind of hiding behind your skirts.
Okay. They are good skirts.
I got a
There's
7.
a 13.
I'll put my umbrella in front of him.
That just seems more suspicious.
You can
I
hold an
see,
umbrella
well.
down.
Could we at least set up camp here for the night? I don't know if you're all planning on staying in the area, but we have been traveling all night and just teleported to where Sarah here felt the arcane burst, so we'll be settling down, as they say.
Teleportation, you guys must be big shots then.
You could say that. We are veterans of the trade.
Where from?
Oh, well, we're from all over. Sarah there, she's from Therese. Pericol is from Rubalon. I hail from Rivermore.
And Elias is from the streets, yes?
I come from a beautiful city lit in starlight.
Lit in starlight? Are you talking about in the area? The City of Stars? Or is that just what I call it?
You said Rivermore. Where's that?
It sounds made up. It sounds kind of like the
Do a
name
history
that...
check.
It kind of sounds like the name that somebody would come up when they were trying not to mimic another city's name.
10.
10.
I'm not making fun of you.
Rivermore is a kingdom that is in a continent across the Krasnian Sea. It is in a continent known as Mernwin, and that's about all you know. However, there is one member of your party who would know a little bit more about that.
I wonder who that would be.
They're far away from home.
Yes. The will of my God has brought me here.
Oh, okay. Razad goes over to where Shelby is kind of, tied up to a tree, I suppose. And I'll just go over and just start, brushing her off with like a very thick bristled brush.
Talia, do you want to start a fire?
Yeah, sure.
I think we're going to be settling here for now.
Yeah, and I took it by our guests arriving here.
Valerie will shift her cloak of many fashions to be the same metallic sheen as Biddy to help hide him a little bit better.
They all need to set down their packs and tents here and there.
Quick question, by the way.
In character, out of character.
Out of character.
Okay.
Where were they all from?
So Father Lyricus said he's from Rivermore.
Rebellion?
He did not
Okay.
specify where. Nocera said that she's from Therese, which is in Drillworm.
Okay.
Elias said that he is from a city lit in starlight. And Burkle is from Rubalon.
In character, Emmeline is going to take the scroll that she had acquired from the dungeon, and she's going to kind of just nestle up against a tree and open her book, her spell book. I'm going to spend a couple hours putting that in there.
Okay. They all begin to like bring out different types of rations, that sort of thing. Nocera kind of puts her head over her brazier, and after a few moments, about 10 minutes pass, and a small onyx colored dragon perks its head up out and begins to crawl up onto her shoulder.
Oh, another small onyx colored dragon.
Kevin is just like, dragon. As I'm feeding him little bits of my food.
And
Because
it's
bro's
still
probably hungry.
bigger than like an open grimoire. Like it could fit within the boundaries of a open tome. It's a very tiny dragon.
Razad's gonna walk over to Emmeline. You're one of the magic eggheads, right? Study magic and all that.
Yeah, and the reading. Yeah.
Yeah.
Question?
You got any way to find out what these spectacles are?
Yeah.
He holds up the red lens glasses.
I will need approximately 10 minutes.
I also got this flask.
Well, I mean, I believe it does take 10 minutes per, but I'm sure she can pull it off. But I can, and Valerie will cast Detect Magic without the ritual, just to see which of them are magical and which of them aren't.
Okay, so everything is magical. The flask is opaque, and its contents are not revealed.
But I can tell you, they are all magical, every single one of them.
Okay. I wouldn't mind identifying these before going to bed.
It'd be much appreciated.
Yeah. I'll return them to you in about 30 minutes time.
That's it. I think how many is it? 3?
No, but I'm giving myself extra time for my own notes.
Okay. Perfect.
And then, I would like to cast Identify on both of those,
Yeah.
please.
And she's gonna ritual cast Unseen Servant and just have it like brush her hair while she watches Evelyn work.
Okay, so as you cast Identify on the spectacles first, these spectacles, and as you examine them, the red lenses have these multi-layered circles very faintly in them. These are known as Eyes of Minute Scene. While wearing them, the wearers does not require attunement, by the way. The wearer's vision improves significantly out to a range of 1 foot, granting dark vision within that range and advantage on investigation checks made to examine something within that range.
Ooh.
So when you get up and close within 1 foot of something and you're looking at it, you have advantage on your investigation check.
Okay. Random question. I don't know if I would know this from just identifying it, but could it help the blind? Or is it for, like, seeing people only? Because it says you can see 2 foot away, right?
I mean,
if I understood that.
Improves vision. I would
Okay.
not say that it gives vision. And there's,
Perfect. Okay.
if something is 0 and you multiply it by any number,
It's
it's
0.
still 0.
Yeah, it doesn't say it takes away the blinded condition.
So,
Unlucky. Okay. Sick.
but I like your charitable thought process. Let's say that.
We're just trying to
Okay,
find the additional resale benefits.
Exposed. And then that flask. What are we thinking about this super cool
The
looking flask?
itself is not magical.
Okay.
So it's
But it is opaque. So if the contents were to be opened, you might be able to discern the contents. But go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and No. 21.
21. You also know that unstopping this might be dangerous, as it could be a poison or a potion that has an inhaled effect. It doesn't necessarily mean negative in all senses of the word, but it can have negative. There is a chance. Identify would not reveal the contents of something you cannot see, or the properties of something you cannot see.
I wonder if we should bring this to an expert in magical potions.
This could
We
be
do know one.
It could just be a really good drink.
It depends on how badly you desire to know, Rosette.
All right. I don't mind holding on to it for now if we can't figure out what's in it. But those specs seem pretty useful.
Yes.
Certainly for somebody who is used to, let's say, identifying traps, picking locks, it's very specifically useful.
Tracking people, all that type of thing. Yeah,
That is your whole shtick, isn't it?
I wouldn't call it a shtick. I'd call it a profession, but yeah.
I mean, and
Right.
you have been, despite the, attempted kidnapping and murder of a friend, at least agreeable and have kept your side of the bargain so far. So I suppose that should be your share of the reward, I believe.
Yeah, I suppose I don't have a choice but to stick around anymore, considering,
You're going to die.
it's something like that, yeah.
Well, with that, maybe we should just have like a little drink to have the night be a little better and get to know our friends. Naoki kind of like spins around and then places his umbrella down and invokes the hearth of moonlight and shadow, and like these petals kind of like flourish about, showering the area.
Ooh, very pretty.
Wow.
And he sits down to drink.
Were we also identifying the small ring and the golden amulet with the markings of Dasis on it, or?
I only used identify once. Is that right?
You ritual cast it, so you have to redo it.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to be touching them when you're scanning it. So it's another 10 minutes per scan.
I can try. Are they magical?
Were they magical when we looked at them, DM? The amulet and the ring, because we preferably.
What did the amulet?
So you had a golden amulet that had the marking the god of medicine on it, and then there was a small ring with a blue gemstone.
So your detect magic did signify them as magical.
Okay, so they are also magic. So
Yeah.
So which one would you like to discern?
I would say I would go with the amulet first, because it's an amulet of the god of medicine, so it's not likely to cursed or trapped, right?
I'm hoping not, but there was a theme.
Yeah. The unseen servant is now combing Emmeline's hair because it's done with Valerie's.
the little bit of it from under the hat that it can reach. Yeah.
Yeah. It's dedicated.
So
So
another
the
10
necklace
minutes, as you begin to focus in on the necklace, Father Lyricus will stand up and go over to where the other party members are sitting next to the fire with Naoki. He'll look at Cram. You are an interesting person. I have not seen someone like you up and about. May I ask what you are?
I mean, a person, just like you and everyone else. Other than that, I mean, that the only thing that's different is I'm made of sticks and stones. Well, sticks and metal, I guess.
Are you alive?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think, I do, I act upon those thoughts. Therefore, I am.
Interesting.
He thinks, therefore he is.
I mean, technically, you do have a soul that is,
Yes.
So.
You have a soul. Is it yours? Or is it placed by another?
I mean, technically, based on the explanation, the soul within your body would be the one that you placed into this body. Was that not?
From what I learned of what the doctor said, yes, we were people, and then we had a great tragedy. We lost our ability to reproduce, so we gave up those bodies for these. I guess a mortal life, but not so immortal anymore.
I see. Sorry, for all the questions. I'm simply a person who enjoys learning information.
That's fine. I only just recently learned a lot anyway, so nice to get some things straight.
At this point, Emmeline, you'll learn that the amulet you hold is known as an amulet of health. This item does require attunement, and it makes someone's constitution score 19 while they wear the amulet.
What?
Wow.
Holy.
Ah, wow. Okay. Oh, wow.
Give that to somebody fragile.
Yeah. Who's got the suckiest hit points? It's the wizard.
Yeah, I know.
Shocker.
That seems very useful, does it not?
It's tempting.
Well,
Yes.
keeping in mind with what we learned, we need to keep you from, because
Lying?
if we run out of time, you'll be the only one left to tell our story.
I'll never die. Don't worry.
Maybe
Emily
Crown would
never
be a good
dies.
candidate.
What about the ring?
Another 10 minutes.
That mage hand's gonna come out, spark up for her.
Yeah.
She continues.
The unseen servant goes off and starts brushing Naoki's hair.
Ooh.
I did not. It's just doing whatever. I told it to brush my hair, and it stopped, and now it's just doing. Ugh.
Everyone's hair's going to be brushed by the end of this.
Yeah.
That's a
Gonna
good
make,
question.
gonna make it braid his hair a little bit, but can't quite do it. So it's just gonna start making cornrows.
Oh, you're kind of pulling a little bit there.
As Nolsera is, tending to her dragon, reading her own spell book, Elias is strumming on the lute, leaning up against a tree, and Burkle is polishing his hammer.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is. They're not much of a talkative bunch. Elias can be in the right company, but it's mostly my job as the party leader to Be diplomatic. He has this warm smile on his face. His eyes have wrinkles from what you can assume to be many years of smiling.
Do I recognize him? Or does he recognize me at all?
Make a history check.
Okay. Do. 20. Dirty 20.
20. You do not recognize him. But I'll let Renatus make a religion check as well.
Oh.
That's a 5.
That was a great roll.
My strongest stat.
Where are all of you from?
I already said I'm from Ineria. So this is every step I take is the furthest step I've ever been from home.
Oh, that sounds really sad.
Yes, it would be great unless I said that line repeatedly. But yes, no.
This is the furthest I've ever been from home.
Yeah.
This is the furthest I've ever been from home.
If anyone has never seen that video, it's like the entire Lord of the Rings with Sam just constantly saying, "This is the furthest I've ever been from home."
Ellen's just gonna kind of kick rocks for a second. I've been staying in Illyria. Been there for a bit.
Huh. I kind of assumed you were from Illyria.
No, I'm from yeah, no. I'm from somewhere else.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that all we get to know?
I think
Just somewhere else?
It's okay.
If you want to pry, you'd have to make a check against me.
She goes. Valerie leans in and whispers, saying, if anybody wants to listen, "I'm not really from an area. Also, I was told."
Oh.
So we can keep our secrets together.
You're still allowed to roll that, Megan.
Or am I actually rolling something to pry further? Or
That's up to you. That's up to you. I'm just saying that offer's out there.
Sounds like a persuasion check.
So am I rolling persuasion?
But how?
Okay.
I believe so, DM. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to roll to.
There's not really
Right.
a check to like pull information from somebody, but if you're trying to persuade her to give up some details, I guess you can roll persuasion against a general charisma saving throw from you.
Oh,
Emily.
okay.
Well,
Let's go.
that went super.
Fail.
That is possibly as bad as that could have gone for Talia.
So Talia got a 6 and Emily got a 7.
We both just got literally +0 on that.
So did they just both like completely shut down? She was like trying to push her, and then Emily is just like so unimpressed, but just can't.
Why won't you tell me?
And this poor guy is just watching it. This party leader, he's just watching us be super awkward together.
Well, I think maybe we should move on. Naoki, why not? If we're revealing, they said where they're all from, except for Elias with his mysterious city of lit by stars.
Well, technically, I don't know where I'm from, but I hail from the Lamel Woods.
Ain't every city lit by stars at night?
I think it's more specific.
Not a city like mine. No.
No, it's just full of a bunch of famous people. They called it Hollywood. I'm sorry.
Is Diablo from there?
Their queen is named Gaga.
Gaga. Yes.
Aga.
So, tell me, what did you find out about the monolith?
How much do you know already? Or are you, let's say, going in blind?
We don't know anything other than what it's called.
Well, it's connected to a series of obelisks spread across the continent. She kind of looks at him and trying to get a feeling if he's prying for something specific, like he kind of knows what he's looking for.
Go to roll for insight.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That's a 6.
Hard to read.
I could personally really use some help figuring out what this all means. I have sketches here if you'd like to take a look, Father.
Question for you before we ask anything.
Yeah.
Have any of the 4 of you ever been resurrected? Brought back from...
They look at each other. We have not.
Oh, that's you're very lucky being seasoned adventurers, and none of you have ever perished and been brought back by divine grace. These monoliths seem to be drawing their life force from those who have been brought back from the dead.
I came most of this party.
Yeah, well, and so the explanation is that within a certain period of time, which I believe they said was the equivalent of 2 months, that anyone who had been brought back from the dead, including an entire empire, would be, well, by all concerns, dead for good. Their souls would be removed and their bodies would be left lifeless to return back to the earth.
And those who died would not be able to be resurrected at all.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely. Death becomes permanent.
It's as if it siphons the soul to... What's another dimension? Another plane? I don't know.
Fuel something else, potentially?
Maybe.
Perhaps a greater calamity?
This is something we could use some outside perspective on.
I agree. I think information is important. It's a shame that all of you are being affected by this.
Yeah. If you listen to those who are in power, people across this land have been affected by this for some time. There is talk of a plague impacting those who have been brought back from the dead. Even in area, even the Sangisian Empire, people are becoming less listless, drained of energy. So, what we have seen here.
All activated the last one.
Well,
allowing
I
it
believe.
to affect resurrected people.
Accidentally.
Whoops.
We hadn't gathered enough information until the very end.
I believe even the Zoraxians themselves were surprised when they activated it. Over 1,000 years ago.
Well, thank you for the information. I appreciate it.
If you continue on your travels and find it imperative to your group, the location of the other two, though not pinpointed, we know they lie farther east. There is one more in the central area. I would say in the Zaraxian wasteland, and there should be one more all the way east, hidden somewhere in the Sanglesian Empire. I believe that destroying one of those could help stop this cycle, but that's a theory.
I suspect from a little bit of what I gleaned that the main monolith is in the wasteland, and it is the one that needs to be deactivated to potentially stop this. But we do not know. We're going based off of the information of those who have not been walking this earth for, a millennium.
We do have business there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you plan on shutting it down?
Well,
Hopefully.
a lot of innocent people would be hurt by this. Of course, the damage to the Sanglesian Empire is another matter entirely, which some of our companions would be less remorseful if that empire were to fall, but yeah. You can stand by and watch people die. I mean, who's to know? It starts with the undead. Does it then focus on those who are living next when it is not satiated? Does this entire continent become a wasteland?
Hey, Emmeline, do you have any cigarettes?
Of course. Here.
Can you light it? I don't like touching fire.
The unseen servant will walk up and take the cigarette and light it off of Emmeline's cigarette. Does like the mimic motion, breathing in, and then walks over and gives it to Naoki. It's like just transparent, but you know, I'm actually surprised. I only gave it like a partial instruction how to do that, and it did it perfectly.
Well, we'd be more than happy to get you as close as we can to the destination in which you need to get to in the morning. Nulcera is a very talented magic caster, and she is capable of teleportation.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That
Okay.
would be wonderful.
Yeah.
We haven't been teleported since that door lady appeared.
Oh, yeah.
Door lady?
Ask them. I'm not really sure. I was kind of inebriated during that time.
What was her name?
You know, I don't actually remember.
Emily?
I just remember her opening a door and we were in
Door
one
lady.
place and opened it again in the next. So.
Very fabulous. Mm-hmm.
And she offered cake, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Cake would be very nice right now.
Maybe Renatus knows.
Oh no.
What was her name?
Door lady.
Oh. He was an archmage.
She will now
Who was it
forever be
there?
known as Door Lady.
I actually don't recall. It was an archmage somewhere. Who wrote it
Yeah.
down?
That's a great question.
Yeah, because we were talking to the head priest of Kresna, but I don't think that's who we were seeking.
Well,
Because I don't think it was Kaviri Mort if we were looking for an archmage. Honestly, I did not write her name down. It didn't seem important in the moment, so...
I will be happy to talk to all of you in the morning. I am weary from my travels and I will be going to bed. Be blessed this evening.
Uh-huh.
Aw. Good night.
Have a good night.
Also,
Elias is going to cast Lehman's Tiny Hut.
and they're gonna go hide in it on their own.
And they're in the hut on their own.
Yep. Rosada's gonna lean over to Cram. You know, I never heard of somebody getting tired from teleporting.
I mean, I'm sure if you were the one to cast the spell, maybe. I'm not sure.
But they
I've never
also
had
had.
the chance to do it.
They'd also pointed out that they were journeying all day, and they teleported
Yeah.
when they sensed the magic. I mean,
I was going to say they may not have
Hmm.
teleported everywhere.
Yeah.
also,
Most of it could have just been walking.
I don't know
Very
the workings
true.
of this spell. They might actually be able to hear us.
Maybe, but I'm sure it doesn't matter. I mean, they don't seem very dangerous to us.
You know what they say?
I don't actually. I've only been back a few months, remember?
As far as we know, they could be safe.
As far as we know, they could be safe. As far as we know, they're actually all in disguise and will get up and kill us in our sleep. So,
You know,
Huh.
teleporting may be convenient, but I don't think you can beat the nice journey you get from riding on the back of a mount and just experiencing it all.
I mean, teleporting definitely doesn't leave you with a sore bottom, so.
It does consume like a lot of mana, though.
also, I hear that it can be a very dangerous proposition.
Ambassador, are you able to get a sore bottom?
I mean, no, but splinters and whatnot, you know?
You could get
Other people
scuffed
do.
up, you know?
Are you
Or you can-
worried about giving splinters to the horse and or schnaggle and or giant capybara and or other type of mount?
That is correct, Biddy.
That is very
Capybara?
considerate.
Thank you.
You know, I'm sure he could get a sore bottom if somebody kicked his ass hard enough.
Oh my.
Wow.
Mitty
Okay.
wonders if he can experience pain.
Someone kick his
Rosette, will
ass.
you throw a boulder at Bitty's face?
I can't pick up a boulder.
Kick his ass. Boom.
Listen. I don't think we've installed that mod yet.
If you want, I could kick you. I could kick you for free.
Please don't kick our friend.
Bitty must shut down.
How's that ritual cast
Falls
going?
over. This ring is known as a. I had it pulled up. Where is that? A ring of jumping.
Oh no! What have you done?
While wearing this ring, you can cast jump from it, but can target only yourself, and it requires attunement.
Jump! Oh my god!
This is a silly
yes.
ring.
Oh,
So, somebody who is not very nimble should take this ring.
Is
Or
this one
somebody
can
who's
jump
very
really
nimble.
high?
somebody who is very nimble, who can do crazy things in combat. Potentially, somebody, maybe Alia or Renatus.
What, it just
You are-
means I could jump really high?
No, to say
No?
you can jump extraordinarily far. It's
Ah.
yeah,
This will solve our problem with chasms that we seem to keep coming up against.
yes, because we can't always rely on Renatus to fix them all by teleporting himself halfway with his weird shadow version of himself.
I'm sure Naoki could turn into a spider again.
What's
You
your...
seem excited.
Hmm,
Also, think about this: you jump really far in mid-air, you fire an arrow off,
Hell yeah.
ooh.
Hell
and
yeah.
then Emmeline casts Featherfall on you while you're falling, and
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
so it's an option. I mean, I'd be happy to take it too, but it would go to waste.
I like the idea. Unless anyone else specifically wants it.
I will let the two of you decide it between yourselves. You seem the most interested.
Boing.
She says boing.
You just have to put it on and focus on it for 1 hour so that you can connect to it. And then put it on your character sheet and hit a tune.
What's the name of it again? Like the
A ring of jumping.
Ring of Jumping. Very nice.
Boingy ring.
Boing.
I'm going to say these are some very specifically good things now. Have we decided who's going to take the amulets to make themselves super hard to kill?
I think it should go to Emlyn. She's a little on the fragile side.
I could take it, but I also have measures in place already to prevent death. It could go to someone who is more front-facing.
True.
Somebody who really needs it.
What about the big one with the sword?
Oh,
The quiet one, Renatus.
Yes.
Mr. Silent but Deadly. Silent but Deadly.
God damn it.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard I'm like, I know where this is
He
going.
stopped himself.
He already seems like he could take a beating. I'm sure he'd be beneficial for him to take a better beating.
I was going to say, it must be interesting having a second version of yourself, but
If it would prove beneficial to our journey, then I'll gladly take it.
yes, it could turn you into what we call it, a tank. It does make your Constitution 19.
A tank of what?
Is pretty high than it,
Yeah.
I mean, adds 2 to my constitution.
Only
that's-
2.
Dose.
Yeah, I already have I got a 16 on my constitution right now.
That's +3.
Yeah.
16 plus.
So
it gives you a plus. Yeah, okay.
If you bumps it up to 5, then I would make it or if it bumps it up to 19, that's a 5.
Up to you.
I mean, yeah, he'll take it.
I mean, I feel like Crime could use it because he keeps going down, but
That too.
Yeah. He has me to keep him up.
I mean,
He does.
granted. Yeah, actually, nah. Yeah, he can have. I have means of like tanking myself anyway. So
okay. Crime, you're too important. You need to live.
I
plus,
Well,
I have the
appreciate the
highest HP?
sentiment.
Okay.
I don't remember.
We set on a course of action and then completely changed course once we decided. I love it.
See, me, if I'm in a situation where somebody's in my face, my first course of action is to get out of there.
Never put me in a situation.
Okay. I think we settled. So it goes to Crime,
Mhm.
so that he can not die.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. I mean, I would take it too, but I'm not going to push.
I already have these bracelets, so we sure. I don't want to be greedy.
Yeah.
Bracers.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
We can just wait until the morning.
Just
Good
put them
thing
on.
about it.
Put them on for now, Crime. Attune
Okay.
to it, and if we change our mind, you can give it to someone else.
Sounds good.
This is how we make somebody decide to do something, so we don't just bait it while we're all passing out. Speaking of passing out, should we
Sleep?
rest for the night and take watches?
Yes.
Are they taking
I-
watches?
I need sleep.
They don't need to take watches. Unless somebody were to, know a way to remove that little bubble of theirs, but...
I mean, I could attempt to, but
I'm just saying we have no cause to do so, so...
yes, I don't think it would be worth.
I'll take last. I'll wake up early.
I'll go with you.
And of course, I always take the last 2.
I mean, I'll go first if no one else is offering.
I can,
In a second.
I can do, first first watch.
Have
I
you
got
done
it.
a watch?
Second
All
for
right,
me.
so we have Cram and Rosad for watch 1.
Yes.
I was like the most backward watches we've ever done.
Who's doing watch
Third,
2?
second, first.
me and Talia.
Renatus was awake for the last 2, of course.
And then the lesbians plus 1.
Wow. TikTok,
Expired.
sorry.
And with that, the party can start resting, and it's Cram and Rosad.
You seem stuck with us now.
Yep.
You don't sound too happy about that.
Oh, you want me to be happy when I learn that I'm gonna die in 2 months?
I mean, you're not the only one.
Yeah, but I'm included.
I do understand where you're coming from. I mean, I wish we had more time. It's not a long, but it's all we've got, so we've got to make it. There's no point of being grumpy.
Listen, I'm grumpy for more than that. I told my bosses I was bringing you back, and that was a lie. Although we're good for now, it's just a ticking time bomb.
I mean, if they do send someone after you, you do now have us to help protect.
Oh, I suppose, but I don't know. These are not the type of people you want to mess with.
I mean, we just fought a rock golem and another kind of construct that could change its limbs into different shapes. I mean, I'm sure these people will be not out of our repertoire.
I don't know. Listen, they got plenty of guys stronger than me. They like me because my kills are clean. I can make it look like an accident. But they've got some pretty nasty folks. I wouldn't brush it off.
I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah,
Who
I'm
knows?
sure we'll run into somebody eventually.
I mean, who knows? These people could have been sent by them.
I'm pretty good with faces. I think I'd know.
Right.
How are you handling the info?
I mean, I'm just trying to process it at the time. I don't get how we could have been so foolish, my people, I guess. Well, but if I think about it this way, I'm a new person now. That wasn't me, so I can only live in this moment and try not to dwell on the past.
I suppose so. Can't argue with that. I mean, I can't imagine how it must be knowing that you are, a person made out of normal people stuff instead of wood and metal. It's crazy to think about.
I mean, of course, yes. I'm not sure though if I want to think about it. I mean, this is my form now, and I think this will be my form for the rest of my life. So I should probably just forget about it.
I guess do whatever makes you feel the most comfortable. Rosad will, tend to Shelby for a little while, but he'll keep an eye at the encampment area.
So nothing happens during your watch. And if you guys are ready, we can go over to Talia and Naoki. And Renatus wakes up as well. Can I get a perception check, please, from somebody with advantage?
Yeah, add +5 to your perception.
That would be your perception. That you had +5
No, it's
to.
everyone.
Oh.
I mean, I got a +4, so.
I've got a
Already.
+5 just as it is.
Oh, well then, by all means, make it a +10.
Awesome. So that makes it to a 19.
Okay.
Cool, yeah. Can I spend this time attuning to my new ring then? Since you said it
Yeah.
takes like an hour.
Takes 2 hours, I believe.
2 hours. Right.
1 hour.
Some time.
So it takes some time just being like, shh, it's okay. You're mine. My
I'm
precious.
sorry.
Sorry, guys. He's
Oh.
watched 1.5 of the Lord of the Rings movies, so he hasn't even
Yes.
seen the Battle of Helm's Deep yet.
Wow.
Stop calling me out in front of people.
They are classic movies. You'll enjoy them.
Have you watched them just normal or have you watched the extended version?
There's.
Anyway, okay.
My
Anything
ring.
y'all would like to talk about, or we can move on?
What do you think of Razad?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. The statue isn't gonna talk.
Oh, you never know. I'm attuning to my ring, man.
Shade.
I guess we're friends now. They're cool.
I think they're pretty trustworthy. Seems like they laid down their life for us. Maybe.
Okay. I guess so. I only made friends with them like a few hours ago, so
I mean, so did we. Everyone did, and it seems like he's kind of like attuning well to the group. It doesn't seem like he's kind of bumping hairs with anyone in particular. Surprisingly, not you.
not anymore.
Bumping hairs.
Okay, I'm just gonna carry on attuning to my ring.
Maggie's just gonna sip on his drink.
Soon enough, it's time to wake up Valerie and Emmeline. Can I get a perception check
Who
from
is-
one of you, please?
Yeah, who wakes up Emmeline, by the way?
Yeah, who wakes up both of them? I guess this matters.
Wake up, bro.
Wake up.
All right,
Or
Talia.
brush, put a little makeup.
Wake
Try
up!
to narrowly Emmeline's gonna startle awake and just kind of
Please
like
don't stop me.
throw punches for a second before she settles down and sits up. Oh, jeez. Good morning.
What was that? Are we under attack?
Nope.
Okay. Whew. Good.
Talia's ever graceful self. Thank you.
Okay.
You're very welcome.
Go to sleep, you two. Benatus, you were talking too much. I could hardly see.
I'll try to
Emmeline
keep
will
it down
spark
next
up.
time.
Okay.
Would you like any?
Sorry, what was the question? My brain got blasted by a notification.
The cigarette? I don't
Of course.
see
Well,
it's more
do they have a flavor?
often. What?
So, do they have any flavor? Like,
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I had.
Do they come flavored?
Yes. One of my bardic mentors, she smoked some kind of elven herb. It was a little bit more fragrant. But
That would be nice right now. I didn't
yes.
sleep well at all.
Yes. Well, we could magically make it smell the same.
I don't know what it smells like.
Well, I can do it, but I'd prefer not to use any magical, energies right now. But I'll take one of your cigarettes.
Yes. Here.
Yeah. She starts smoking it, and she looks like somebody who's, watched somebody smoke but doesn't really smoke. So like a little smooth. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's a little bit of
Effortless.
eucalyptus in that, or
No.
you should put some in it. It would smell very good.
I will
She's like
consider
trying to look cool.
Emma's just kind of sitting back watching, like.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, this is good.
How do you feel? Besides the, I mean,
In like
inside.
general vibes, or like when West needs to roll perception, so I'll do it. It's an 8. Okay, it's good. Valerie's distracted.
We are both very just talking. Did you roll with advantage?
No.
Okay.
So 16. I'm not a little distracted, sorry.
How come? Is everything alright?
I don't really know. I'm not used to being distracted. I'm usually on focus, on mission, on task, If I need to, pick a lock, you pick a lock. If I need to feed someone some special tea, because that's what I'm told to do, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean this in the best way. I don't. It's not that you're off your game. It's not that. It just seems you've been a little distracted lately, and if there's something bothering you, you can always share it. I mean, I know that we haven't really spoken about the incident, with your resurrection, but
It's very strange.
Yeah.
I'm not used to trusting people. I was always told that everyone you deal with is either going to stab you in the back or a mark that you can use. And I find myself in a strange position, starting with Diablo, of wanting to keep you all alive for more than just your usefulness.
It's normal. Back home, we did a lot of work to try and help people. We bury a lot of people. That's mainly what we do. Cemetery services, but...
So you went from burying the dead to studying the dead?
Yeah. But we also tried... My sister, she tries to make these machines that extend people's lives and helps them, breathe, and the crazy thing's this big device that you can put someone in, and supposedly it breathes for them. It's fascinating. I've never had talent like that, but I think that care and compassion is normal. May not be for you,
Yeah.
but might be worth embracing.
I mean, I've always been good at exploiting people's desire to be cared for.
Yeah.
Or, using a kind word to make their heart flutter, or... I'm not good at that with you. I don't know why.
I thought you were mighty good at it.
I just... I think you're too... You're just too you. You're too genuine. Even when you're hiding things.
That's what happens when you grow up around corpses. They don't really judge you much.
Yeah, except for when they wake up on your examination table.
Yes. That was a first. I'm very happy that happened.
Hopefully it lasts, though, huh?
Yeah, we'll get this solved. We'll get it fixed. You'll be alright.
I mean, if it is what's going to happen, it's what's going to happen. Just a question for you. Why do you not want to say where you're from?
I don't know. I just don't feel, based on the group's comments, that they would appreciate where I'm from.
Are you from the Empire?
I'm from Rivermore.
Rivermore? That place on the other...
My father's from the other continent. Yeah.
But why
That
would
is
you...
where the tier of Tumulate, that's where it all fell apart, you know?
It's
that
not
continent.
it's not the fault of the people from that land that a battle between gods happened that destroyed the world as they knew it and reforged it. I mean, you're not even really old enough to even be blamed for it, are you?
No. But perhaps I mustn't complicate the waters and the relationships.
I don't think anyone here would know or care where you're from. I think people only care about you.
Says you.
Yeah, I do care.
This is serious.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Well, I was raised in an area.
Yeah.
Kind of
Born
leads
there?
in. No. My uncle told me once I was born in a very dark place.
Is, forgive my ignorance, is that normal for your race, your species?
I know very little of my race. My people are things that go bump in the night. They're rumors and myths. Not to be seen, not to be known.
No.
It is very
Makes sense.
dangerous. Yes, and we have people sleeping right next to us who could very well slash my throat and leave me to rot on the ground. And
But they wouldn't.
Well, they have reason not to trust me, because I am what they think I am.
You are what you make yourself to be. I think you're scaring yourself a bit.
I would love to be the person that I make myself to be. Because I really I love it when people dance and smile and sing.
When you dance and smile and sing. Mm-hmm.
Well, but I can make them smile and sing, and I was always taught that the music was a distraction, but music is life. It is pure energy. It's raw inspiration. It's the very essence of life. I draw my actual power from the raw essence of this music. I can inspire with a word and make people do things that they could not imagine are possible. And I can get better at it with time, but that's who I play. At what point does the act become reality is my true question.
When you stop reading the script, I think. And I think you stopped reading your script a long time ago. But that's my opinion.
Well, sometimes I'm the maestro, and sometimes I'm just a performer in the orchestra. And when the conductor tells you what to do in the orchestra, you do it, or you find yourself cold in the alley while the orchestra plays without you.
Well, would you be interested in playing for me this morning?
I suppose I could do that, but I'll have to do something a little bit quieter than the guitar. Pulls out a little silver flute. I can play multiple instruments, but I'll play something soft and hopefully inspiring, but gentle to let them continue to rest.
As the sounds of the flute begin to fill the surrounding forest, it is time for everyone to wake up.
You want me to roll for that to see if it's beautiful or horrible?
No, it's beautiful. I'll just be a good moment.
It is a plus 11, so.
and the party of the 4 other adventurers, the bubble drops, and they all begin to emerge. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
I trust that you are all ready to set off then. After all, time is ticking for each and every one of you.
Yes, I believe so.
Very well. Nulcera, will you be so kind to give us a way to go to the wasteland? You may all mark your character sheets for a long rest, by the way, in case you have not done so already.
Sweet.
Yep. Well,
Yay!
Rosad wakes up. He's just like,
And it's just, she's still playing this beautiful flute.
and then he reaches for his water skin and swishes it around in his mouth for a little bit, spits it out, and he lights a cigarette.
Nulcera, from her hat, she will take it off. You know, the brim is circular, and she will throw it in front of her. It'll start to spin, and this gateway will open up from her hat.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
After you.
Does it look like the wasteland?
As you're looking through the gate, what you see is a desert mixed with it's a mixture of like red sand and stone.
That is precisely what I imagined.
Is it hot?
Looks like the wasteland, all right. He'll hop onto Shelby and start riding her towards the opening.
Are you coming with us, or are you going somewhere else?
What, me?
No, she talks to the other group.
Father Lucas, we are going to examine these ruins a little bit longer. See if there's anything that we can find out about the monolith.
Are you heading back to... I don't know how to pronounce the name of the town we went through. Almerman? Allerman?
Allen Wrench.
We can possibly stop by there.
Well, I was, she, quickly, pulls out a little piece of paper. There is a priest at temple wherever we left Diablo, saying, "This is if you could pass this to the priest of the temple of I forget which one it was. One of our friends has been laid to rest there, and these are just quick instructions for what to do."
He nods. Like a half nod, half bow.
Well, let's hopefully see you again.
Do you all proceed through the gate?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You walk through the hat.
Have its now on my shoulder.
So it's like,
Umbrella
it's like a doorway
drawn.
almost, is what you're looking through. And Father Lyricus will stand on the other side as you are all standing on this red sanded and stone wasteland. May Mordecai bless all of you throughout your journey. And for what it's worth, I am sorry. And the gate will close.
Well,
Wow.
Is it hot
Well-
here?
It is moderate in its temperature feel. It is warmer than the weather that you've been used to. It feels like spring, summer ish.
Where did it drop us on the map? Just curious. Like, are we like anywhere specific?
Talia, would you mind helping me a bit? My navigation's rusty.
Yeah.
Which is north and which is south? I know you're supposed to be able to tell off of a location of the sun or something, but it's lost on me right now.
Is that like moss on a tree or?
I was gonna say, is it fully just like desert? Is there anything else?
We can presume it's still the same time of day, so we should know by the position of
Yeah.
Alnor. Should we not? Wait, I didn't really see did like Sylnos rise on one side and Alnor on the other?
I don't know.
I never read a book about that.
Yeah, could probably find out.
Yeah, we should ask a cleric that sometime. Like, did they set one after the other? With the days
sure
and all
they'd love
that?
Go
that
ahead
question.
and make a survival check there, Talia.
Oof. 11.
11.
Is it
Looking
with
around.
advantage or no?
You're looking in your surroundings. You're looking around this landscape, and as you're like looking into the horizon, you see this reddish brown haze. And then you start to look up and see that the haze kind of follows up into a dome. And as you're looking up, there is no sun. In fact, in the distance, what you can make out are these mountains, larger than any mountain that you've ever seen. And then you start to realize you're not in the prime material plane anymore.
Those bastards!
And that is where we're going to take our mid-session break.
oh,
Oh,
we're
shit.
so silly.
I blew
We're
my
so
insight
silly,
check.
man.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're so silly. We're gonna
So-
die.
So
Guys.
everybody, that is where we're going to take our mid-session break here. We're going to take this chance to rejuvenate ourselves, maybe get some snacks so we're down, some
Hate
more
this
to
game.
drink, as the party is not in the prime material plane.
Oh, God.
If you're just now joining us,
You know what is in the prime material plane? Our stream right now that you're listening to. We are definitely in the prime material plane. You're listening to us live, but you might have missed what happened before this. And if you do want to find that lovely bit of information, you can find us wherever you find your podcasts. We also did this live if you're watching it live. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern time on Twitch under the beautiful Lich Souls streaming, and we also re-upload our past videos on the YouTubes every Monday, which is done by our lovely Renatus, the master of videos. So you can get caught up. We have Campaign 3 up there, the delightful Campaign 2, and more of Campaign 1 slowly appearing on the YouTubes. It's exciting.
Yes, because Twitch is making us no longer be able to save our videos. So
Yeah, Campaign 2 is where it gets good.
Thank you, Twitch.
yeah, watch Campaign 2. Skip over Campaign 1. We were learning a lot of things in Campaign 1. So everybody, it's not continuous to the story at all. So
Campaign 2 sets up all this world, all this beautiful homebrew setting that the Dungeon Master, who you're looking at on the screen right now, created, and all the gods and special things. And you will hear the word silvery barbs a lot.
We'll be back here.
Get ready for Campaign 4
after these messages from us. See you soon.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the mid-session break of Prestige Encounters. Us players take this time to refresh ourselves and get a few more snacks, refill our drinks, in order to bring you a more exciting adventure. We would like to take this time to let you know about a few things that goes beyond our Dungeons & Dragons campaign. First and foremost, we have a Discord server at lichsouls.com/discord that you can join and then play a wide assortment of games with us, like Dead by Daylight, Sea of Thieves, first-person shooters, and more. The games we play together change as time goes on and new games are released, and you can join our Discord for more up-to-date information. You can even join us every Tuesday for our community game nights. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe once a month to one channel of your choice for free. Here at Lich Souls Gaming, we have streams that go beyond Dungeons & Dragons. Throughout the week, you can catch me live playing an assortment of games and even use your channel points that you earn during the streams in order to affect what happens in the stream itself. We have over 20 static and animated emotes that our subscribers get to use in our channel and other channels as well. So hit that subscribe button and join all the fun. Well, my cup of players tears is running dry, so I'm going to let our other cast members tell you about our amazing sponsors for the rest of the stream.
Hi there viewers, I'm Josh from Prestige Encounters, and I heard you wanted the best looking maps out of all your friends. Well, do I have you covered with Arkenforge, the best map making tool for all your TTRPGs. There are many different asset packs which can be used within Arkenforge, but if none of these tickle your fancy, then import your own and create anything your heart desires. When building those maps, you don't want to forget about these features such as built-in animation and music plugins to make your maps feel alive at every moment, touchscreen support with Fog of War which allows in-person play, and a dynamic lighting system to make even your nighttime maps look their best. Making maps has never been easier, but now I hear what you're saying. I don't like subscription fees, and that's okay. Neither do I. Arkenforge is luckily only a single time purchase, and we can help you out even more if you use code LICHSOULS at checkout. That's right folks, if you want the best maps around, use Arkenforge, and don't forget to use our code LICHSOULS at checkout.
Welcome to Prestige Tales.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in there. Welcome to another episode of Prestige Tales. Tonight, we tell the tale of the dungeon master who could. Once upon a time, there was a story of a dungeon master trying to weave a grand tale of heroes and monsters. While the prose was mighty, something was missing. Combat in its most epic form must come with epic music. Knowing that this was lacking, one day the dungeon master tried to create music of their own. Let's see what happened. A moment meant to be the culmination of their tale instead became a tragic end. Ashamed, the dungeon master walked off into the sunset, never to be seen again. The moral of this tale: be the dungeon master that could with Midnight Syndicate.
Yeah, and you all hear an angelic choral movement surrounding the Casimir, which does not fit this music that's playing right now, which is fine because it's lovely music.
Midnight Syndicate are a talented musical production group creating gothic, horror, and fantasy music from your role-playing game at home. Don't be a natural 1, roll a natural 20 with Midnight Syndicate. These absolute legends can be found at www.midnightsyndicate.com on the YouTube, Alexa, Spotify, or Apple Music.
Oh, hey there, bud. Didn't see you there. Glad you could stop on by during your mid-session break there. Oh, I'm just having a cold one and watching the game here in memory of my late cousin. You may have heard of the guy, Prestige Pete Peterson. God rest his soul. Boy, I tell ya, old Pete there was a good man, and definitely did not fake his own death to throw off the scent of the IRS there. Oh, that's a touchdown. But if old Petey were here, he'd want me, his cousin, Lich Souls Larry, to tell you all about the incredible merch over there at the Lich Souls Gaming merch store. Every bit of merch you can think of to help support your favorite D&D stream. They got such things as t-shirts, hoodies, mouse pads, stickers, and so much more. So head on over to lichsouls.com/merch and pick yous up some merch there today. Well, I better get on up out of here and let you get back to your mid-session break there. Let me just find my coat and when you know it, I'm already wearing it. But before I go, you know, I got this nice casserole back at the house if you want to come on by and take it home with you. Wouldn't be no trouble at all. You can just bring the container back at your earliest convenience. Let me just try to find my coat here and still wearing it. Oh, jeez. I swear my mind these days, it just ain't what it used to be. Speaking of losing their mind, you know who died recently?
Did you just yawn?
Yes.
Tell me, son, what have you been drinking to keep yourself hydrated and energized?
Generic coffee brand?
Fool! You should be drinking Rogue Energy.
What's Rogue Energy?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Rogue Energy is an energy drink made by gamers for gamers. It is made to be the ultimate gaming energy drink with 0 fillers, 0 added sugars, plenty of essential vitamins, and oh so low calories. You can be supremely energized and or hydrated without the monstrous macros of the competitors. Not to mention the wide array of delicious flavors that Rogue Energy and Hydration come in. That includes both the powder formula and canned energy drinks. And get this, Lich Souls Gaming knows that our viewers are hard-working and hard-gaming individuals that need that energy throughout the day. So you can use code LichSouls at checkout for a discount off your order of Rogue Energy. And how do you feel, young gamer?
I feel great. Rogue Energy has been a complete game changer, and my order also came with this convenient shaker. You've really shown me some useful info, Mr. Rogue, sir.
Now that is indeed what I love to hear.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. Hi.
Hello.
Everyone.
So, where we last left off, you found yourself in a massive underground world with is large enough to fit these mountains, bigger than any mountains you've ever seen. There is no sun, yet there's just light illuminating the area around you. It appears that you're within this desert that is a mixture of this red sand and stone. What would you like to do?
I don't think this is where we need to be.
I mean, is it possible that they sent us to, like a kingdom underneath the wasteland, and this is what we're supposed to be?
I don't think a teleportation spell would mess up like that.
So, is it not suspicious to any of you that he said sorry after we walked through?
Oh, it absolutely
I
was.
thought that was in regards to our conditions.
I thought that too. I thought it was to do with the fact that we were gonna die in like 2 months.
Why would a fellow academic do this? And let's just gonna start kicking the sand.
He wasn't an academic. He was a man of the cloth.
I was gonna cast Sending.
An ass of the cloth, more like.
Yeah, that's true. You tell it to him, Naoki. This is ridiculous. That dome. Can I look at that dome that you mentioned earlier with the mist floating into it?
Yeah, so the dome is basically a rock wall, and it's so far away that it basically looks like it's a haze. But in reality, you're in a massive underground cavern. That's what that is. So basically, instead of sky, it's red.
Okay.
But all
like
around
rock.
you, like far off. At least as far as you can see.
Are you guys hot? It's a little warmer than usual.
A bit warm.
Yeah. Especially with the new cloak.
I am casting Sending. Once.
Okay. What are the chances of sending failing if it's not on the prime material plane?
5%.
5%? Okay, I need you to roll a D100 on a 5 or below. You are failing.
15.
15.
Oh my god.
You are able to cast sending.
All right, to Father Lyrcus. You know him.
Lyricus, yeah.
Where did you send us? This is not where we're supposed to be. Explain, or you will regret your decision. This is Valerie.
You bitch. Send that text message.
I am sorry. Do not take it personally. But this is what Mordecai would have wanted. Resurrection is a way of cheating the gods. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your god's a bitch. Not that he can hear that.
Says the cleric. Isn't that their whole thing?
Valerie just did some magic casting, which if somebody was able to see could see if she was doing that talk, and she goes, so they definitely fucked us. No explanation, but
None at all?
well, they sent us here because their delightful god Mordecai believes that resurrection is unnatural.
He's unnatural. He's a god.
The implication, of course, being that they have purposely sent us away from our destination so that us and all those who are going to die from the monolith will be doomed.
Oh, if I catch them again. Ooh.
I do wonder if we are affected still if we're not on the same plane as the monolith.
Are we?
Did he mention where we're sent?
He did not. He was apologetic for sending us to our doom, but no, he does not seem interested. And I do not have the ability to send us back. Do we feel differently now that we're here? Like, is the connection broken, or do we feel...
At the moment, you do not feel any differently than you did moments ago.
I think we should still run on the fact that we only have 2 months, but...
Let's certainly hope that we did not end up in a plane where time does not function normally, yeah?
This doesn't feel like the Feywild.
I mean, it certainly doesn't feel like the dark courts of the Fae. It does not match the description, does it? Does this seem like any place that Valerie has ever heard about, any plane she might have learned in her
Make an
studies?
Arcana check.
Gonna figure out how much her education is worth. That's a 10. It wasn't worth
Not
much
very
in this
much.
subject.
Not quite. Remember, you don't have enough information to go off on.
I am.
I don't even know where to go.
We should look for some sign of civilization.
Or something.
Is it worth maybe messaging that mage in Elnira, a moral Tamblish, telling him where we are? He might be able to help us.
That's actually a good idea. There was a chance that it will fail, though. I
mean, he seemed powerful, and I mean, we did help him with the other things, and I'm sure I might be worth something.
You got this.
So can somebody, just because I'm going to do this off the cuff, count my words for me, because I can only say 25. But first things first. She'll still say the words, because she still casts the spell, it's just whether or not it actually works. So another 2nd level spell. Or actually 3rd level spell. Okay. Archmage. Technically 1 word. This is Valerie. We discovered a monolith in the wastelands that is draining the undead. How many words do I have left?
6.
We're all showing different
You
things.
got nine words. You
What?
got 9 words left.
We've been sent to a plane underground red sun.
You got red.
Red.
Yeah. So now I gotta roll to see if it does anything. That's an 80.
Woo!
Message.
Give us an extra word.
A few moments pass. Valerie, it appears you found your way into Gailan. Beware of the earth creatures. Go to the city of Gailan. I will help you there.
Sorry, somebody spelled Gylon.
Gailon.
Oh, that was close. That was close.
It was
derives
the first...
it's from Gaia.
The first spelling was Gaylawn.
Galen.
So right here-ish.
Gailon.
Galen.
So we are in
the spine of Gylon.
Anything.
We are in the Tamanish says we are in the land of Gailan, I believe was a pronunciation. I don't know. His voice is a little sultry, but it's hard to understand sometimes. I think he's from the other continent.
May I rack my brain to do I know anything about this dimension? Does it have any arcanic properties? Let's go.
I'll
That's
let you
what
do
I'm
it with
talking
advantage
about.
this time.
It has lots of good bars.
Calculating.
They're good dancing, and it's ruled by a drag queen.
23.
23. So, this is the elemental plane of Earth. It is a connection of vast caverns, sudden earthquakes, shifting terrain, and many creatures that hail from here. It is said that dwarves come from this plane. There are also earth elementals. There are different types of methods. However, the ruling creature of this plane are known as the Tao. The jinns of Earth.
Okay, not the Dow Jones.
Wait, don't we need to talk to a Jinn?
I don't know. All I know is that he wants to beware of the creatures of Earth and head to the city of Gailon. So
Does I've heard the stories of the Fae. Do you think that applies here with these Jinn? Must we approach them cautiously?
this isn't a Fae realm, though. There's only really 2 realms of Fae that I'm aware of.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think this is quite on that one.
I mean, from what you said, this is more of an elemental plane, but I mean, I don't know much about these jinns that you speak of.
I've never interacted with one.
At this point, the ground begins to shake beneath your feet.
Oh.
And from above, about a mile away, but still within your line of sight, the ceiling of this massive rock cavern bursts open as a 100-foot wide hole bursts forth, and you watch as this maw comes out and starts to fall from the ceiling, this long worm-like creature, and then crashes into the ground below, burrowing through, roaring as it does so, and continues on the way, the ground trembling beneath your feet as it does so.
So, how about we get to that city?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, let's go.
We should conserve our water.
Make sure
That's
to shift
actually
your
a very
feet.
bad idea.
I
Never.
was gonna say, I thought you meant to drink it all first.
Never conserve your water if you're lost in the desert. Most people die in the desert or are found with like water still on them.
Listen, water is you know, when one of us dies, we will take the water of life and you know, continue on.
I
No
do
one's
have
dying.
cooling
Your water.
flowers.
I mean,
You have-
it's all
you have what?
well and good saying, let's go to the city, but I don't know about you guys. I don't know where to find the city or where exactly it would look around. It's sand for as far as the eye can see.
Would the elemental plane mirror the material plane in any way? Geographically? No. Okay.
Going off
So we
your
cannot
Archon check at 23, no.
I can't think we rely on that.
I guess we should have found a spyglass or something, but if this place is as hot as it is, I would assume that the closest city is likely somewhere undercover, not likely out in the open, or we would see it.
That's a good take.
Could you throw Kevin really high up in the ground, in the air, see if you can spot anything and we catch him before he dies? Or you jump really high.
There
I've
we
already
go.
thrown him into the air now. Throw him. Plus, I can just summon him back even if he dies. Whereas I could jump wrong
That's so mean.
and die.
I mean, you could jump. You've got that new ring of jumping. You could, jump really high, and then Emmeline could make you fall really slow.
Yeah.
I could.
I shall throw Kevin first, and then I shall jump myself.
So you can't catch him.
You could jump.
You'll be
and then throw
fine.
him, and then
He'll be fine. I can just summon him again if he ends up perishing. You can't say anything. You wanted to eat his tail.
I mean, but he would. I mean,
Still
it's a
do.
lot. Actually, yes. I mean, but we
Up he goes. He has been thrown.
Can I make a perception check with disadvantage for Kevin?
As he is screaming in terror.
7. Kevin doesn't see anything. He gets tossed. He's like kind of doing a flip in the air. It's hard to get the orientation as he comes back down. I need you to make a sleight of hand check, DC 10 to catch him. You catch him. All right. At this point, you feel a tug at your skirt, Valerie.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That might be a problem.
Oh, shit.
What is?
You look behind you and you see this massive cloud of dust starting to come your way.
Crap. We need to find shelter.
Look around quickly. Are there any stone structures? Are there any pillars of stone around us?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Will help.
Perception check being made. With advantage. Understood. I'm rushing. Okay. No, that's persuasion. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. A straight 11? Are you
I'm
serious?
gonna give you the 14 because that's what you rolled first. I'm just gonna add your perception modifier to that.
Yeah.
Let's go. Thank you.
So looking around, there are still like stone structures, as stone has been weathered away by whatever elemental force of like wind or something like that might have caused this erosion. But yeah, you feel like if you run, you might just get the shelter as the sandstorm starts to take over. You're not going to avoid it, but it is going
to.
Guys,
gonna book it.
Run, and yeah, we're gonna use action dash to just book it over there.
Shift. Make sure to shift your feet.
What?
Let's stop discussing it. Run.
So the party begins to run towards this like rocky alcove that Emlyn believes that she spotted from across the way, and the party just starts to run as the sandstorm comes barreling towards all of you. As you do so, I need Talia to make a dexterity saving throw.
As her dragon bites her ankle for throwing her in the air.
18.
So Talia, as you're running, you're just looking ahead, and there is a small chasm, very small gap that you managed to leap over. Just sudden, you would have just fallen straight down if it weren't for your keen reflexes. As you leap over, you continue to run the party. As the southern storm is gaining speed on all of you, it starts to whip at your feet, start to get into your eyes. I need everyone to make we'll say Constitution saving throw, please.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Plus 7 to that now.
12.
No.
So
15.
Emily got a 12, Valerie got an 8, Renatus got a 6, Cram got a 27, Naoki got a 15,
Which is a natural
Razad
20.
got a 12, Talia got a 10. 10 is the DC. So for those of you who are running, sandstorm starts to whip all around you. You try to like shield yourself from the sand. If you got less than 10, you are temporarily blinded from the sandstorm. You now have a blinded condition.
So I'm safe.
So I cannot see where we're going anymore.
Who's blinded?
Renatus and Talia.
Valerie.
Sorry, not Talia.
blinded.
Renatus and Valerie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the party's running, and suddenly Renatus and Valerie, you lose your sight. You can no longer see. You're trying to like get the sand out of your eyes. What do you two do? How do you two react?
To being blinded. Help me! She's like panicking. She's like forgetting which way to go at first, trying to go the same direction, but she clearly looks lost.
Is Renatus stumbling as well and kind of lost as well?
Yes.
I'll say yes because I don't have a reaction. All right.
Excellent. In that case, Emmeline's going to turn heel after hearing Valerie's call of distress and call out to the rest of the group. Someone needs to help Renatus, and she's going to
make a perception check to see if you can see Valerie. I need a perception with disadvantage.
And can we react to the voice and hopefully head towards the voice?
So 14.
14.
You turn around and you see Valerie and Renatus kind of like stumbling together, unable to make their way in the storm any longer. You call out to your party members to say, go after Renatus, and you go back and you manage to grab onto Valerie and Renatus both and start to go through the storm together. I need from the three of you, Emmeline, Valerie, and Renatus, a strength saving throw, please, as the wind is pushing against you. As the rest of the party just makes their way into the shelter.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
as well as I thought
The
it would.
three of you are going to gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay, I can handle this.
So
Can
that
I
did
see them?
change. That did change. In this edition.
Probably should update that in the interface.
So, well, I think it's the same in how the interface has it.
Disadvantage on ability checks is what I see.
Oh.
Well, this is a really annoying.
Not that it matters, because since we're blinded, we automatically fail ability checks. So.
Wait, sight ability checks.
Oh.
So.
I didn't read the next line.
D20 rules include ability checks, saving throws, and attack rolls.
Or disadvantage.
Level 1 disadvantage, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So did they make it into the shelter?
Yeah, so at this point they're exhausted, like they're tired, they're breathing heavily, but they just managed to break their way into the shelter, shielding against the storm. And when I say shelter, it's really just a rock face that you guys are on the other side of from the sandstorm, like whipping around you.
Emmeline's gonna mask up with her vulture mask. It's not gonna do a lot, to be honest, but it's something.
Alia, do you know how long these storms last?
Damn it.
Unfortunately not. I haven't come across this plane before.
No time in the Xeraxian wasteland in the sort of thing? No.
Not this far out now.
Or is that, have you, by any chance?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you been in a storm like this? Do you know how long they last?
Not over here. I mean, a storm in the wasteland's a little bit different than this.
This is
So
this is troubling.
Let me correct. So exhaustion. For every level of exhaustion, you get your roll for D20 reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level. So any D20 roll is -2.
Okay.
Your speed is reduced by 10, and that is it.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll get
okay.
that fixed.
So for every level of exhaustion, your D20 rolls are reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level, and your speed is reduced by 5 times your exhaustion level. So you guys are currently at level 1 exhaustion, so 5 speed is reduced, and then 2 is reduced from your D20 rolls. And then if you get to level 6 exhaustion, you die.
Sweet.
Fine. Yep. Valerie being blind is just literally both hands holding on to Emmeline's arm.
We should try to huddle together. If we can. She's gonna try to like shout above this roaring sand wind.
I can't. I can't see.
It's just sand. It's okay.
I will say that the Schnoggle is completely unaffected by the sandstorm.
Yeah, Razad's just leaning up against Shelby. I assume she had some sort of natural resistance
She
to
has double eyelids
sandstorms.
like a camel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a hand on Valerie's shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration, which ends the blinded condition. And then I'll do it on.
We have, I assume, still put
Renatus
some,
as
like
well.
water in our eyes to get the sand out.
Yeah, sure.
Water would have worked, but yeah. 2 spell slots.
I'm gonna do that anyway. That's fine.
No, I know.
did
You
that.
already said that you did it.
Yeah.
Water is limited.
There is a 86% chance a sandstorm is going on around us.
You can upgrade that to 100%.
Nothing is 100%.
Well, what do you think's going on right now? Is that not 100%?
The sandstorm is happening, Biddy, right now.
I don't think he can feel it.
I know, that's why I'm telling him. So that he can input that data-wise.
There is no need for hostilities. Let's all calm down.
Is this gonna end anytime? She's gonna like try to settle into like this corner of the rocks. Just kind of keep trying to shield if she can.
Yeah. Valerie will huddle with her, wrapping her cloak around both of them.
Sandstorms, earthquakes, and other elemental earth type events are completely random and rather intense in this plane, from what you remember from your Arcana check earlier.
Yeah, I don't have a great solution right now. So,
We have to wait. Unless there's something. I mean, could there be a structure underneath this where we are? I'm not looking. But.
Razad just pulls his scarf over his nose and mouth. That's all he really knows how to do in a sandstorm.
Just use your water and we have to wait.
In that case, if we're having to wait, Renatus is gonna sit on the ground and enter his motionless state. Just see how long this takes to pass over.
it's just sitting in the middle of the huddle.
Yep.
Carly's finally just gonna grab the cloak. I'm just gonna be like, try and cover as much as I can with my cloak, so I don't ingest any sand.
Sand is everywhere, I'm sorry.
It's getting everywhere
Sand
for
is,
sure.
sand is all up
It's in your
in.
pants, it's in your
It's
boots.
coarse and it's rough and it gets everywhere.
Yeah. Da 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 da. Da 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 da
Coarse,
da
drunk,
da da da.
Da-da-da.
Is anyone too hot right now? I can give you a little bit of a boost with like a little flower.
I think any flower you put out right now is going to be incinerated.
I'm not too hot with the wind.
Well, this wind ain't exactly cool. It's like a biting wind.
It's still wind. Yeah.
We're just kind of waiting out this terrible sandstorm. Valerie taking sips off of her water flask. Holds it to Emmeline.
And so the storm's still raging outside. Not possible to see past it.
You
I
can make a
assume.
perception check with disadvantage.
Wait, don't you have your
Sure.
glasses?
I mean, yeah, he has his glasses, so maybe that'll keep sand out of his eyes, but there's still a sandstorm going on.
They're glasses, not goggles.
Yeah.
I think if they're goggles, they'd block it all.
Yeah, I mean, regardless, it's like going on for however many feet, so... Yeah, I'll make that perception check. It's a 20.
20. You can see about 30, 40 feet in front of you. And the storm is really just small cyclones of sand with these air currents whipping all around you. Can't really see much, but in the distance you do see another rocky alcove that you will be able to shelter from. And you get the idea that you might be able to hop from location to location while temporarily exposing yourself to the storm. It'll just require a series of checks.
Yeah, folks, I think we're gonna have to keep moving. I don't know how soon or if this storm's gonna die down at all. And we are on a timer, so we should get up and get moving. Sorry to knock you out of your little weird trance you're doing there. What's your face? And he kind of nudges Renatus. But we, yeah, we need to get moving.
We running across again.
How far away is it?
Yeah, I see another piece of shelter over there. We just need to make it over there in one piece and recuperate and repeat if there's another one further on.
Can we all perhaps remain attached to each other as we travel? It doesn't have to be fancy, but holding on to each other's clothes would be enough.
Y'all can hold on to Shelby.
Great idea.
Or we could hold on to a rope, or...
Shelby's got ropes on her.
Okay.
The ropes would take too much time, unfortunately.
Shelby's good for these types of conditions. She's not invincible though, so we need to make our way quick.
Okay, well, let's go. I'm already...
Emmeline will guide Valerie's hands from her to the big old little Shelby monster thing.
Well, she's not blind anymore, so...
Well, still, it's the thought that counts. Okay. And then Emmeline will also grab the creature.
Yeah, Rosad, he will, keep his scarf tight around his mouth and nose. He'll instruct the party to, if they have some sort of cloth, to do the same. Mm-hmm. And continue onward.
Yeah.
With these billowing and cutting winds slicing at you, the sand becomes like microscopic daggers stabbing at you any which way it can, pelting you. It's extremely painful. But you begin to push your way through. I will say that you're all kind of, there's a rope attached to Shelby, and you're all kind of like holding on to the rope in line, being pushed through, because that just makes sense for you guys to do. So, as you are pushing your way forward to the next alcove, about 40 feet, there is another small rumbling sound. And Rosette, you look up just as a boulder comes crashing down towards the party. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Boulders are greatest bane.
Quick question, by the way. I mean, are the horses, what are the horses we brought okay? Did they just suffer?
We didn't get our horses back. We left them in town.
Oh.
We did it again.
Okay, I thought we had them outside with the Schnoggle monster, but I'm glad we don't.
The Schnoggle monster?
I don't know.
The horse isn't here.
I know that's not the name.
Schnoggle monster?
Please. No!
The Snuffleupagus?
Valerie's an 8. Emmeline's a natural 1.
I got a natural 1 too, because I'm a
It's
plus
because
4.
you said, by the way, my 8 becomes a 6, but you should have said Schnoggle monster.
The party dives out of the way. Talia got a 5?
Yeah.
I've got a 6.
All right. Valerie,
Dexterity
Emmeline,
+4.
and Talia and Cram.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
You take some bludgeoning damage as these rocks fall on you.
Awesome.
Yikes.
We're immune to damage.
18 points of bludgeoning damage as these large collection of broken rocks pout you. They begin to you bruise your skin. Emmeline, your shoulder feels like something is broken, like your clavicle, something for a moment, or badly bruised, I would say. Talia, you get hit in the head and you're starting to bleed from the forehead a little bit, staining your white hair. Cram, you have a dent in your torso.
Oh.
You managed to make your way to the second alcove.
Can't believe it. My head. My head.
Oh God, you guys.
Yeah, don't do that.
Here, Talia, just... Can I look? I can't really see, but...
My head.
Damn.
I'm bleeding.
Valerie looks worse somehow.
Well, what do you think, desert traveler? Should we keep going? Do you see another alcove?
Did we make it? We made it to the other alcove, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I guess we'll look around to see if there's any other piece of shelter, I guess.
Go ahead and make another one.
Another perception check with disadvantage. That's a 13.
Yeah, so looking ahead, you do see about 50 feet. There is another one.
Yep, we got a little bit longer of a walk this time, though.
Oh my God.
Don't get hit by rocks.
Yeah, try to point them out faster this time.
Hey, does anybody have a white cloth?
White cloth?
Yeah, none of the cloths I'm carrying are white anymore.
It doesn't matter as long as it was white.
No.
Oh. Never mind.
You could take a piece of my jacket if you'd like. Is it white enough?
Yeah, that'll work.
Valerie pulls out a white undergarment from her bag. Is that
all right?
They're clean.
I hope these are washed.
Well, I mean, they're not clean anymore.
Naoki kind of waves this panty undergarment around and casts aid on the three. So you'll recover 5 HP at least.
And get 5 temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, and we start moving on forward to the next alcove.
Yes. I'm ready to roll.
The party begins to move along this side of this dune that has a collection of sand at a steep incline. As the party continues to about halfway, the sand begins to slide from beneath their feet and down. I need a strength check as the rope goes taut on Shelby, and let's see who can hold on.
Well, I can tell you.
So strength check from everybody else, or
everyone?
Strength save.
Check.
Good. That's
Check.
better
Okay.
for me right now.
Yep.
Wowie.
Oh,
yeah,
check.
It's interesting because, it's a 13. Fundamentally,
that'll bump up to a 6 using fortune from many.
And I'm gonna use knowledge from past life, just in case. So that makes it an 18.
All right, so from a show of hands, who got less than a 10?
Yeah, well, that was a waste.
All right, so Emmeline and Rosad begin to slide down. They lose their grip on the rope, and then next thing you know, the sand is about waist deep, and they begin to slide down this incline. And Valerie, you look ahead and you see that there is actually a rift in the ground that is absorbing the sand that has now disturbed. What do you do?
Okay. So does it feel like the ground's solid underneath us at all?
For the sand is kind of sliding out from you, and like it's making you sink a little bit as it slides from around you, but you have the rope. Shelby is fine.
Okay, so is there enough rope that Valerie could like slide down holding onto the rope and get to them?
I'll allow it.
Okay, or she can quickly tie her 50 foot of rope to that, knot it, and then slide down to get the rope to them.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand, that's a fun check for me. -2, but that's a 23.
Valerie
so
very quickly produces a rope and ties it to the rope that is currently attached to Shelby and slides down like a fireman on a pole.
Yeah, and she's got it wrapped around her arm, so it's gonna hurt, but she won't lose it.
Okay. Quickly grabbing onto the hand of Emlyn, who grabs onto the hand of Rosad.
And I assume she's going to take damage because she's going to get pumped on the arm.
Yep. The rope tightening around your arm, pulling at your shoulder, tearing at your rotator cuff, while also cutting off circulation. That is going to be 2 points of, I don't know, we'll say bludgeoning.
Yeah. Thankfully, it's silk rope, so it doesn't chafe, which just hurts.
Fire damage.
Yeah.
Get some Bengay on that shit.
Okay. Okay, I got both of you. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, you got us.
Yeah.
Pull us up.
Yeah. She's gonna kind of holding onto your arm. Will also like loosen some of the rope that's on there, so you can grab onto the rope as well. And Valerie's gonna like start trying to climb up, while letting people use the rope instead of just her arm as the leverage point.
Yeah, Rosad will start to climb up, and assuming he does so, he'll climb back on top of Shelby.
We head back to shelter if we can make it up the hill.
And the party makes their way to the rocky alcove, once again sheltered from the sandstorm. Everyone will roll a d4. You're gonna take that amount of piercing damage.
Let's go.
Oh.
4.
Yep.
4.
This place sucks.
It hurt. It hurt.
Crevice, that was the word I was looking for.
Crevasse?
Crevice.
All right. So rinse and repeat, same process. Perception check.
Yep.
All right. That's a 9 this time.
9. At this moment, you do not see the next destination.
Crap.
We're all just gonna die here.
Just throw Kevin out randomly.
Can I throw Kevin again?
Don't throw Kevin.
Not in this.
Right, I can just summon him back. It'll be fine.
You're a bad mother.
So just a time limit before I can make another roll, or
I can do this. But it'll take an hour.
No.
Where I can summon a familiar.
Which will then die for the sand.
They fly up high enough.
Have these rocks been like in a row, or they just seem like they're randomly placed? Like, is this almost like a recognizable pattern?
Make a nature check.
Sure. Asking those big important questions. It's a 13.
13. It doesn't seem to be any just, like, particular pattern that you can tell.
Renatus, does your echo thing survive in this, or whatever?
Well, if it hurts us, if the sand is hurting us like I think it is, then no, it wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay. Well, let's take another look for more cover. Razad, I know that you like to be the only one doing this, but I think more eyes are better, huh?
The glasses could help. They're not attuned, I believe.
Yeah. Why don't you and Talia work together? She was our guide before you, so.
Mm-hmm.
I can try my best.
No pressure. It's only our lives.
Yeah.
If you fail.
It can work if we want. You know, if I could use somebody to help me look out for another spot.
Yes.
And do.
She's a woman of the wilds. The eyes of a hawk. The musk of a skunk.
Whoa. Nature.
So, do you want me to roll to try and be able to see?
Either Rosai can with a straight roll, or you can.
Who's got the better bonus?
Which one was it? Perception?
Yeah. It's all wisdom based.
I'm +5.
I'm +7.
Yeah.
Off you go then.
Oh wait,
Right.
But
I
you're
have
working together.
+4 plus an extra D4. But I think +7 would be better anyway.
Yeah.
All right. It's a 19.
Nice.
19. Looking out, you notice that there is a small protrusion of rock, about 50 feet out. That actually is circular and appears to go down like a cave.
Okay. So we could potentially shield ourselves in a cave. All right. Rosado pointed out.
Azad, before we go, does it look like it's potentially made by a giant worm-like creature? I suppose it's.
I don't know.
Okay,
It's a cave.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Lead the way with your Snuggie.
He'll lead the way on up top of Shelby towards the cave.
The wind at this point is at a climax. It is a very high velocity, as it feels like shards of glass are slicing at your skin as you make your way through here. The party is going to need a Constitution saving throw as you're fighting against the wind. A harsh wind.
All we are is dust in the wind.
I'm so done with my rolls for this desert scene. I got a 5.
15.
Are you tired of your
17.
rolls?
Well,
Have you tried bribing your DM?
Oh wait.
No, I haven't. Michael, how much? 9.
If you got
I forgot I've got to roll with
15
disadvantage.
Or, you don't roll disadvantage. You just subtract
Oh, never mind.
2 from your roll.
Oh, then I got a 15.
If you got 15 or higher, you succeed on this roll. If you got a 14 or lower, you're going to take one more level of exhaustion as you are fighting against this wind, moving slowly through this massive sandstorm. The party is also going to take 3d4 each of slicing damage.
Slicing damage.
Slashing.
Magic bullet.
Slashing damage.
7.
Listen, it's whatever I say it is.
Well, I mean, you said the scene was at a climax, so I'm really expecting something big to happen at the end.
Yeah, we all died of sandstorm damage.
Now I got dysentery.
You find your way to a cave opening that's about 15 feet. It goes down at about a 30-degree angle. And as you look down this cave, you notice that there are quartz-like crystals protruding from around the cave. There's sparkles of minerals and other type substances throughout here.
Is there spice? Well, that's no time to fuck around. Let's go.
Agreed.
Oh no.
The sound of the storm fades behind you.
What's the worst thing that can happen?
And for a brief moment, as you look behind you, you see yellowish eyes, a multitude of them, blending in with the sand and the wind, and a cackling laughter as these small multitude of small winged creatures begin to fly away.
What's the worst that can happen? She says.
Can I get a nature check there, Valerie?
Sure. All my checks suck, even though I'm a bard because of the sand. It's an 18.
These creatures that you just saw were known as sand methods, and you can guess that a swarm of them was actually creating the sandstorm that was lashing at you. And they'll continue to wait outside for you as long as need be.
Those creatures, they were creating the storm.
Is there any way to scare them off?
I mean, I'm assuming we killed them all, but it's a swarm of them. We're in a... Let's see how deep this cave goes. Perhaps this leads somewhere, huh?
May as well.
I mean, it would be safer to live in a cave than outside if creatures create sandstorms like that. The city might be underground, or more underground than this place already is.
That was my first thought. I mean, this place is terrible, so you would want to stay out of the sun. You go underground, like in an area. It's always cooler when you get down to the lower levels.
It's not a bad idea.
I'm gonna light a torch though while we're in here.
The light of the torch begins to catch this collection of a variety of colors of quartz crystals, kind of refracting and reflecting the light, dispersing it within the prism, kind of creating this sparkle of light throughout this cave. And you realize as you travel a little bit further down into this cave, it opens up to be a much more vast network, as Emlyn was describing the planet of Earth to be. And while you just experienced the harshness of the sandstorm and the deadliness of some of the creatures that dwell within here, I was talking about this dancing lights cascading across this cave opening. It is really quite beautiful and serene, as this region is also rich with minerals and other types of resources.
Do we mind just taking a quick break here?
I could sleep where I'm standing right now. I'm a little exhausted. That was a hell of a thing.
Yeah, my shoulder doesn't feel very good, and I'd like a moment to gather myself.
Is it dislocated, Emily?
I don't think so. Can she test it out? Do I have to make a check for this?
Make a
or is
medicine
it
check.
just like okay. A 12. Let's go.
12 does not appear to be dislocated, but your clavicle is severely bruised.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, it's right here.
Oof. Valerie's also favoring her shoulder from the rope trick.
I'm just bleeding from my head. Unless it's stopped by now.
Kind of fucked up.
Well, yeah.
Am I still bleeding from my head, or has it stopped?
I mean, you still have a small trickle.
I have something that might be able to help. And he kind of like waves his hands, and good berries fall from his hands.
Ooh.
Here, take a couple of these and put it on that wound to close it up.
Is that how good berry works?
Can be used as a salve.
Oh, I did not know.
Did you have the Keotum's magic ointment too?
I feel like we should save that for something a little bit more dire.
Why is Naoki giving me almond mom vibes? I love it.
Almond mom?
Just rub some berries on it.
I mean, I do have another
It'll be fine.
ointment that might help.
No, I don't think we should use that right now. We need all of our blood in all of our body, not focused in one area.
I mean, it could help. I mean, if you were bleeding out, you want to draw the blood away from a...
Oh.
Does there seem to be any crystals that are loose, like that you can easily just pick up?
Here, I'm gonna make an investigation check.
Okay. That's a 16.
16. Looking around, there appears to be a small crystal that you're able to pick up, about the size of your fist.
Oh, I'll pick it up and just pocket it, I guess.
Yoink.
Evelyn is just going to paint the cave scene with the gems while she rests against a wall for hopefully a short rest. Fingers crossed.
We gather some of these quartz.
Heck yeah.
I mean, do you know how to gather quartz?
You have the tools to remove that kind of thing there, Cram?
Quartz has a hardness scale of 7.
I know. I don't have the tools.
I mean, you've got metal hands. Can't you just point your finger?
I mean, I could, but I don't particularly want to.
Use Talia's sword.
I wish I had my shovel.
What happened?
Use me.
I'd leave it at home. It's too bulky.
I mean, I have a crowbar, but I'm not going to let you break my crowbar to pull a cup of quartz out.
Why
do you fine with it breaking my sword, possibly?
Crowbars are for opening things that don't want to be opened.
Huh.
Well,
like crystals.
I mean, we could certainly try, but don't break it.
I could also use my umbrella.
You should not use your umbrella on something like that.
I could
you don't
firebolt it.
You don't understand, as this umbrella has chalet on it.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
There's actually something very interesting that I read about quartz here. She's gonna look for one that's colored like purple. And she's gonna try to flame bolt it like 5 times.
Firebolt.
Until she until she realizes that quartz doesn't really change color under high temperature like amethyst does. And
You're such a nerd.
Yeah, I know.
So the party's going around in this like circular cavern where there's a number of other paths that you can branch off from. Taking this short rest, which is not completed yet. And there are these collection of like boulders and rocks that have the quartz sticking out of them. There's quartz by themselves. All of this seems to be throughout these ores or nodes throughout this cavern, kind of sparkling and casting this dancing light as you navigate through. Isaac, what were you planning on doing?
Smacking the wall with Shillelagh.
Okay. So you take your umbrella, you cast Shillelagh on it, and you smack the wall. Can I get a roll to hit?
17.
17. Okay. You smack this wall, and a small chunk of crystal comes off of it. Small. Roll damage.
10.
10.
Wow. That's great.
The wall begins to shake as these two crystal blue eyes open. And begins to walk out as this creature made of rock and crystal begins to come out from the wall.
Naoki, what is that? What did you do?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my god.
Large in its stature, and then a few other nodes begin to move as a multitude of these creatures made of either just completely crystal or rock or a mixture of the two begin to surround the party. And what happens next will be a story for another time.
I knew it. I knew that was what was going to happen.
Oh my gosh. What are they, like crystal lions?
Crystal monsters.
Elementals.
We're
gonna beat them up.
We're in the elemental plane of Earth, and we're like, let's just hit the wall. We're in somebody's
You live and you
house,
learn.
For
and
the
we
first
just
time
woke them up.
ever, our party has traveled into, in one of my campaigns, the elemental plane of Earth, known as Gailan, and this universe. So, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. It was a wild ride as we continue throughout the session. Who is Father Lyricus in his band of adventurers? Why would they divert the party away from the monolith and their goal of shutting it down? All these questions should be answered in future sessions of Prestige Encounters, but you're only going to find out if it is or not by tuning into our sessions throughout the week every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for Wednesdays when we don't because of other reasons. A reminder, everybody, that we have 2 more sessions before we go on a 3-week break. So make sure you a 3-week hiatus, I should say. So once we have our session on the 19th, we will not return until April 9th. And with that, I would like to say thank you to all of our players. Thank you to the viewers. I'm gonna pass it on over to Jeremiah, who plays Rosad.
Wonderful session, you all. And I think we learned that maybe we shouldn't always tell the people that showed up all of our business immediately. Because we kind of did do that.
You really
like,
did.
Really
I loved
fast.
every moment of it. You're like, oh, hey, priest. Yeah.
It's like, hey guys, we're gonna die because this obelisk that we set up.
I'll defend myself.
Yeah, but Rosad is less than pleased about the entire situation, as I'm sure the rest of the party is. But yeah, I can't wait to see what will happen after we whacked the wall and a bunch of rock things came out and want to hit us. So yeah, I'll pass it over to Quentin.
Hey, that's me. Yeah. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I was very under the weather, but it's gonna be back this week. Back to everything that's happening so far. Yeah, good session. Hate sandstorms now. So, granted, who really likes them? But yeah, I really ain't got much else. So, as usual, thank you to everyone in chat who was chatting it up tonight. Thank you to all of our wonderful role players for bringing this wonderful story together and bringing it to life. And of course, thank you to our wonderful DM Michael for putting this story together for us. So, yeah, that's all I got. So, Guy, why don't you take it away?
Yeah, it was a fun session. We had intrigue with a competing party of adventurers, maybe romance, adventure, people almost sliding to their deaths. yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. It's really fun to be in the elemental plane of Earth. I don't think I've ever actually been in this particular plane in any campaign I've ever played.
Normally
so it's really
he is
fun.
a Delta.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the elemental plane of fire. Oh no, yeah. So definitely good play. It does remind me of the we trust people too much sometimes, which gets brought up. We love to like share everything. It's it's fine. It's okay. We just thought that these really powerful people who appeared out of nowhere were going to be fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. How are you? No, it is. Lovely. Thank you for crafting this. Thank you for making a unique version of everything that we face every week. So that I never know quite what to expect from the Fae or the Elemental Planes or even the Prime Material. And gonna pass it on to Yoshua, who plays Romgaku.
Another good fun session today. Wow, we are silly billies, as we would say over in England. Wow, we got fooled. We did. Those tricksters. No, we walked right into that one. We should have been more careful, but heyo, even the failures lead to good storytelling moments. Where we've got to find our way out the elemental plane, which is cool. Definitely a first for me. Hopefully these crystal guys are kind and they're just going to be like, oh, yeah, no, sorry to wake you up, guys, but oh, here's the way to the city that you guys need to go to. It's just around that corner, actually. Yeah, wow. But I doubt. But no, good fun session today. So yeah, with that, I'll pass it on to Chloe, who plays Emmeline.
Yes, and now I can finally defend myself, okay? Because as an academic, I believe in free information, and I thought they felt the same. So forgive me for sharing a little too much information with people we didn't know. I had optimism in my heart. Regardless, super fun session.
We all share too much.
I love the closeness that is kind of forming between Emmeline and Valerie, and I kind of like how everyone's forming their own little friendships within the group. It's a bit different from past group dynamics where everyone is pretty close with each other, if that makes sense. I feel like everyone is finding the people they pair with best, because we have a very mixed group of people in moral standards and how they would do things. But it leads to very fun, interesting situations. So thank you to the fellow role players, and thank you to Michael for your never-ending creativity and the wonderful story. That's all I have to say, so I'll pass it over to Isaac, who plays Naoki.
Yeah, this is like a really good session. Note to self, don't smack shiny quartz. Obviously it was a trap. And then also, don't talk to strange priests that we meet on the road. As they might be not so nice. But yeah, it was a really great session. I hope everyone had fun just like talking in the chat and just like watching as our journey unfolds and we get ripped to shreds by this sandstorm. But with that, I'll pass it over to Talia, who's played by Megan.
Well, I don't think I have anything really to add other than...
Okay, then great. Sorry.
Yay.
Night,
to be honest, bitch.
And now we're banned on TikTok again.
Wow.
Goodbye, TikTok. It was nice knowing you.
I did a full-on F-bomb. Come on. I didn't...
Oh, I generally miss that. That's... Yeah.
Yeah. We're
I'm
allowed
passing
one.
it back.
So long as it's not a 3-letter F-bomb with an A in the middle.
Everybody gets one.
What the fuck? Okay. I guess I'll carry on.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. To be honest, most of that I did not like sometimes you can kind of tell what's going on in all of that one. I was like, what? Huh? Okay, we may die again. But that was very fun. Like the whole sandstorm thing and going a different place, and unfortunately trusting people we should not have trusted. But they seemed really nice, and they seemed like they cared for us. But no, we were tricked.
We failed an insight roll, that's why.
Yeah. But yeah, very fun session. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add other than what people have said, so I will just pass it back.
Well, thank you so much there, Megan, and thanks to everybody in the party for a great session this evening. Welcome back, Quentin. Happy you're feeling better. And everybody, thanks for being part of the session tonight, whether you're in the audience or as a player as well. And we'll see you here next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at twitch.tv/LichSouls. And remember, if you missed part or any of the session this evening, you get the recorded version live, or the recorded version in general on the podcast network and our YouTube channel Monday afternoon after this session takes place. Woo! Yay! So with that, I have nothing else to say other than bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.